I love all those people who hate on 4-strokes and say they're no good for single track. I've done the 2-stroke thing. It was great, but I doubt I'll ever go back to one. The power and traction afforded by a well-tuned 4-stroke is addicting. Add to that the light flickable nature of the newer lineup of 350s by KTM, Husky, and Beta, and I don't think you could ever have a better bike. Yes, the 2-stroke 300s are amazing bikes. There is little doubt why they are the choice of riders worldwide for serious hard enduro racing. But if you're not racing and just want some extreme fun, then in my opinion these are the bikes to have. Yes, they need a few mods to ride in the ultra slow technical stuff, but with a little tweaking they can be the best bike you've ever been on. Of course, mine has had more than a few mods. I kind of lost my way a few times and I had a bit of extra fun working on it. Things like a Vortex CPU to fix a poor factory tune from the 2017 factory lineup, a 13-tooth front sprocket, a properly designed fuel rail to replace the ridiculous plastic stock unit, a flywheel weight to help the high-revving motor handle slower terrain, and that wonderful clay clutch lever for an old damaged hand. These things are game changers for me. Proper gummy rear tire, there is nothing I haven't been able to ride up here as yet, and the bike carries me into places that an old guy like me with limited skills and a broken body has no right being on. The guy who I ride with most of the time now is on a newer KTM 350 XCW. It's fairly stock with the exception of new graphics, tires, some protective items, and he recently had his ECU flashed in an attempt to change the current tune to something he'd rather have, something more like my bike. His bike, like mine, loves these trails, and like me, he also doubts he'd ever go back to a 2-stroke. had many arguments with guys on the internet who know everything there is to know about motorcycles. As usual, these gurus stop at nothing to tell me how much four-strokes suck for hard enduro. Others argue with me that the mods I've made could not and would not ever improve how these bikes work. No way does a fuel rail mod change the flame-out issues of a bike made in and around the 2017 year range. No way will a Vortex ECU, a pipe, or anything else change the way these bikes perform in the wild, as they just weren't made for it and could never keep up with a good old two-stroke. I've gone and put my money where my mouth is, and I have to say that my channel is full of the video evidence that proves all these two-stroke Karens wrong. The lineup of four-strokes made over the last few years are kicking ass in the wild and equally as fun and capable as any two-stroke is. But that's just my opinion. We each get to have one, right? My only regret is that I'm not equally as good as my bike. Age and injury has taken its toll, so from this point on it's just about hanging on for dear life and going along for the ride.
Holy crap!
this ridiculous world we live in now opens up a little bit, life gets a little bit easier so I can venture out and ride places like Moab once again. See how this bike handles a trail that isn't littered with rocks, roots, and nasty, relentless terrain. This is fun for now. So enjoy what you have. Don't listen to Karens. Ride your bike any way you want to and where you want to. Basically, just ride. I almost made it home without getting hurt. 1 minute I'm fucking riding, and the other one I'm on my face in the trees.
This is definitely a spot I've never seen you before.
Oh.